just a few months, Super U claims to have sold over 2 million bars, launched in 1000 plus stores, and set its sight on 500 crore revenue in just 5 years. Led by Ranveer Singh, not just an endorser but a hands on co founder, this brand is aiming to disrupt India's growing 50,000 crore snacking market. Their product? A protein packed wafer that looks and tastes just like a cheat day dessert. But beyond the buzz, does Super U actually live up to its promise? We've seen dozens of celebrity backed brands, but Super U is different. Ranveer Singh isn't just showing up in the ads, he reportedly owns 50% of the company, attends weekly meetings, and helps drive the brand's tone and positioning. This gives Super U something rare: star power with skin in the game. Still, it raises the question: is the brand building its own identity or just borrowing his? So, of course, influencer and celebrity led brands are on a rise, but we've seen that brands eventually, when they have to go beyond their revenue threshold, they have to go beyond the face of the celebrity. Because, in case the celebrity is caught in any controversy, we would not want, or any marketer would not want the brand to face the negative backlash of it. So, similarly, for Super U as well, it's a really critical thing that they're eventually able to disconnect themselves from Ranveer Singh once the brand has eventually reached a threshold. So that anything that happens in Ranveer's life, that does not impact the brand at all in a negative way. Super U isn't your standard protein bar. It's a protein wafer bar, a category first in India. Think Kit Kat meets a post workout snack. With 10 grams of protein, 3 grams of fiber, and a layered chocolate crunch, it's trying to blur the line between indulgence and functionality. It's not for hardcore athletes, it's not for clean label purists. It's a snack for people who just want enough health with their chocolate fix. So, whenever a brand tries to play the midway character, just like Super U is trying to do, so they are not the proper indulgent brand like Dairy Milk, but they're not like the perfect clean label protein bar, like let's say the Whole Truth. They're playing somewhere in the middle. It comes with its own pros and cons because, of course, they have like the tastier side of indulgence and the healthier side of the Whole Truth. But somebody can also look at it as the worst of both ways, that they're less healthy than Whole Truth and less tastier than Dairy Milk. So it's a double-edged sword which Super U is playing with. So they have to be really careful how they tread and how they launch the future products. I think that will be very interesting for everybody to see. Will their future products be leaning more towards the indulgent side or towards the healthier side? I think that will determine the brand's future. And because this brand is in such high limelight, I would not be surprised if influencers are the first one to catch on to this trend and actually start calling Super U out that okay, it's not that healthy of a brand. So it has to be really clever with its marketing and how they position themselves. They can't position themselves as a very clean label brand because the brand does not do justice to that. So it'll be a really good opportunity for every influencer or any health conscious food vlogger or fitness influencer to see how they're able to interact with their own community and talk highly or negatively about Super U. On taste, Super U delivers. The wafer texture, flavor variety, and satisfying crunch stands out from the usual dense, chewy protein bars. But when you flip the pack and look closer, there is maida, maltitol, emulsifiers, and artificial flavors. It's not unhealthy, but it's far from clean, and people have started to catch up on this. And in the market where brands like The Whole Truth are winning trust with radical transparency, Super U's ingredient list may raise eyebrows. It's tasty, but the health halo might be thinner than it appears. At 60 rupees a bar, Super U sits in a curious space, cheaper than imported protein snacks, but double the price of traditional biscuits. The value proposition is clear, it's an affordable indulgence. But with only 10 grams of protein and a less than clean label, it might struggle to convince health conscious buyers that it's worth the trade off. The price is right for a trial, but long term retention will depend on more than Ranveer's smile. So, one thing which brands usually do to pivot to a community led brand or to add more depth and storytelling to it is use UGC. And that's something which we have seen Super U has started doing. Recently, they've moved away from purely Ranveer Singh led marketing to a lot more user generated content and showing how the product fits into their lifestyle, maybe for kids, for people going to college, for people looking for that sweet tooth craving. So they have started doing a lot of that UGC, which is a good sign. They're already catching the pulse of what the market actually needs them to do. That's a good thing. Talking about design, Super U really pops. The vibrant packaging feels fun, modern, and accessible, especially compared to beige and earthy aesthetic of most wellness brands. The tone is confident, a bit cheeky, and designed to feel like a snack for cool people, not for calorie counters. Marketing wise, they're hitting the surface on the right notes. Celebrity visibility, bright reels, scroll friendly visuals. Now, what's missing? According to experts, it's depth, community, and trust. There is not enough storytelling about why this brand exists, who it is for, and how it fits into the daily life beyond a tasty bite. And that's why SuperU has started working on their user generated content to tackle just this problem. SuperU has one major advantage: momentum. It's entering a high growth category with differentiated products and a mass market appeal. According to our experts, to become more than that, it has to do a couple of things. Number one, cleaner ingredient positioning so it's able to compete against brands like The Whole Truth. Second, a more authentic storytelling about why the brand exists and goes beyond the celebrity status that it has achieved. Third, a strong brand tribe that exists with and without the co-founder Ranveer Singh. If SuperU gets these things right, it's on its way to become the cultural capital of healthy snacking and can become a lifestyle territory. If not, it risks becoming just another snack that peaked on the launch day. That being said, SuperU is loud, ambitious, and undeniably fun. It's already breaking the rules of what protein snacks in India look like. But the next phase won't be about fame. It'll be about depth, trust, and storytelling. The kind of play that makes people say, this isn't Ranveer's brand, this is my own.